Well, last time we were catching up with this gentleman who's joining us now. This is Chris. You were well away overseas and talking about your worry about getting back. But Chris, you've made it now as far as the UK. So I thought we'd get an update on the story, and also now you know you can get back to the Isle of Man. We'll come to that later. But first of all, how was it getting that trip out of Thailand, wasn't it, getting back to the UK?
Well, the worry was that they were going to close the airports in Thailand. So obviously, I tried getting out earlier before the cut-off date, the border closing date, but I couldn't. So I managed to get a flight out before the 15th, which I had booked, and that was an extra £1,000 I had to pay to get out early.
So you made it back to the UK, and you obviously heard the news that there will be a chance at some point to get back to the Isle of Man. What was your take on that, the announcement?
Well, I knew initially it wasn't until the 15th of April, so there was a possibility of staying here till then. I was hoping they might get people back earlier, as there was only 38 in the UK according to their figures. So it was just really a case of waiting for the Isle of Man government to let us know the package they announced last Friday to get us back. Unfortunately, it's going to be another 9 days, as we heard yesterday.
Well, at least 9 days, because it's going to be on so many people per day, isn't it?
Yeah, it did say they were going to try and get the people in the UK back first. So I'm hoping the 38 of us will be the first ones back, as we're the nearest. But I don't know how they're going to do it. I've applied for the application, as they said yesterday, and I haven't heard anything back from them yet, but it's only early in the morning.
Sure, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, this is the process now of finding a slot. I presume they're going to put everyone in a cabin or something on board. And then, of course, they're putting in place this isolation, presumably a hotel of some description. You'll have to pay for that. You're obviously having to do that, I'm guessing.
They haven't said nothing. As I said, I haven't had a reply yet, so I'm guessing, yes, being the Isle of Man government, yes, I imagine we will be paying for that service, which is fine. We're glad to be getting home. So
now, you've taken some flack on these interviews, and other people have as well, saying it's all your own fault, you shouldn't have gone overseas, you know, this is your problem, you should be sorting it out. What do you say to that?
Well, when I went on the trip, there was no warning from the UK government or the Isle of Man government not to travel. The UK government didn't announce any overseas travel till 6 days later, so when I was already in. And the Isle of Man government followed suit about 2 days later, but they actually closed the border before they actually announced no overseas travel in the Isle of Man, which was fine.
And you had a Facebook group going. Did you get much interaction with other people who have been stuck overseas?
No, I haven't been able to. No one's actually obviously searched on Facebook for anything to do with Manx COVID-19 repatriations. So at the moment, that's a dead loss.
Okay. Well, we'll follow your story. Obviously, you'll get some updates, and you know, obviously, you want to get back. That's the main thing. And overall,
yes.
Have lessons been learned? Is there any advice you can give to other people who maybe are still stuck overseas at this point in time?
Well, as far as I'm aware, Qatar are still running all the repatriation services for the governments, as the stewardess told me. So Qatar are still running, but obviously some countries don't run Qatar. There's a couple stuck in Goa, apparently. They're on a bit of a lockdown and they've got food supply problems, so I don't know how they'll get back. They'll probably have to contact the UK government and see what their repatriation scheme is. But anywhere like Australia, where the minister said he's got a constituent, they're able to get back. Unfortunately, they might have to be paying quite a lot of money to do that extra, which is probably a problem.